Let's talk about body recomposition, aka how to lose fat and build muscle at the same time. Now, this isn't no gimmick or secret hack video detox or something like that. This is just the real stuff. If you don't know who I am, I'm Coach Roger. I've been coaching for over 13 years. I'm certified in nutrition and fitness. I've worked with over 10,000 women to help them lose belly fat and build muscle. So if you've been struggling with that, even though you've been in the gym for months and months, you've been eating clean, eating the salads and all the meal preps you find on TikTok, and it still ain't working, then you need to be here and watch this whole video. Now, in this video, we're gonna break down what body recomp actually is so you have an understanding of it. I'm gonna talk about the biggest mistakes that a lot of women make when it comes to body recomp, what you need to actually be doing for body recomp, and then we're gonna dive into some actual real talk around body recomp. Because again, I've been doing this for 13 years, so there's some stuff and secrets that you need to know that's gonna actually help you be successful in your journey. So what actually is body recomposition? Body recomposition, in its popular sense, is changing the ratio of your fat tissue versus your muscle tissue. Technically, you could gain weight, and that is a body recomp. But for most of y'all, that's not what y'all here for. You want to lose fat and you want to build muscle. And that's the kind of body recomp you want to see. Now, a lot of the popular body recomps you'll probably see online, or a lot of people, they're posting their results of the before and after, and you'll see, hey, I'm the same way, or I actually weigh heavier here, but I look like I lost 25, 30 pounds. And that is definitely possible. However, there's a few things you need to understand about body recomp so you can achieve that. So before we get into how you can do that, I want to talk to you about what the mistakes that you can make are. There's a lot of mistakes you can make, but I'm going to give you the top 3 in order. And the first one is only chasing the number on the scale. This is by far the worst thing you can do for body recomp, because we see body recomp, we see the transformations, and we see fat loss, and that's what we look up to lose weight, right? And we think that's all we got to do. So we do everything. We starve, we do all the cardio just to lose the weight. And we think because we're losing weight, we're going to body recomp. Now, while you are changing the ratio of it, we're not changing the look of it, aka we're not shaping. So you got to first stop chasing only purely weight loss. Yes, chase fat loss, but there's some other numbers you need to get into for you to actually see the body recomp happen, which leads me to number 2. So the second mistake that is made is finding random workouts online. So yeah, you just heard me, oh, you can't just lose weight. And then what's the next thing you hear? Oh, you need to lift weights. And then you go online, you start searching a program. Now, while that person you saw, the lady saw her results online or TikTok, whatever, you see it's working, but it's her program. It's not your program. You actually need structure in a program that's made for you based upon where you are starting at. When you piece random things together, like I'm gonna tell you, one of my homegirls, she'd be like, oh yeah, I'm trying this workout right here or here. And she's going through her body recomp, and I'll give her some tips here and there. But I'm like, I just gotta make sure sometimes, hey, you're not just piecing together random stuff online, right? She's actually following the program, so she's good. She's doing her progressive overload. But if you're just piecing things together, it ain't gonna work for you, because you got Tiffany's plan, you got Brittany's plan, you got Ashley's plan. But what about your unique plan for you? That's what you need. Don't be randomized. Be structured in your approach with what you need to be doing. Now, this is kind of a piggyback on number 1, but only using one metric for your progress is bad. My clients, we like to track body fat percentage. We track the weight on the scale. We track progress photos, how we feel, sleep, performance in the gym, energy levels inside the gym, outside the gym, cravings. There's a lot of different things you need to track, because if you only go by the scale, you're going to miss everything else that's happening. I'm going to tell you a story. One of my clients, she just literally just texted me. This was like 2 weeks ago. And she was like, Coach, I got to tell you something. I'm like, what's up? She was like, I just put my high school dress from high school. I'm like, yo, that's amazing. Wait, when's the last time you put that dress on? And she was like, it's been over 10 years. I haven't been this dressed in 10 years. Now, ladies, I don't know if y'all, but them high school dresses, they might be fitting a little tight. No shade, but I know what it's. The third mistake you're making is you're only using one thing to track your progress, which is probably the scale. So I'm not going to tell you to ditch the scale like everybody else does. You actually don't need to do that. What you need to do is track different data points on top of using the scale to see like everything that is changing with your results. Now, I'm always tell the ladies I work with, your ideal shape is not attached to your ideal weight. You need to look at your progress photos. You need to track your energy in the gym. How strong are you getting? How do your clothes fit now? Like, are you noticing the inches going down? There's a lot of different things. There's a lot more things you can track when it comes to your progress with your body recomp. For example, one of my clients, literally 2 weeks ago, Erin just texted me. She was like, Coach, I just put this dress on. I haven't had this dress for like 10 years, since like high school. I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. Wait a second. I went back to her profile and I was like, you're barely down 10 pounds. But what's crazy, when you look at the photos, like it looks like 20 pounds lost. And this is what body recomp is all about. You're building lean muscle, but you're losing a lot more fat in inches. And so you got to track different things. So a lot of my clients, they like to have like a little outfit they'll use, right? And this is the metric that they use on top of the scale and everything. Hey, as long as this dress is cinching in the way it needs to, and the body's giving what it's supposed to give, I'm gonna be good. And that's what you need. Now let's talk about the 3 things that you can be doing to help you with your body recomp journey. The first thing is you need to prioritize strength training. Now, I'm not telling you to cancel your yoga classes and the Pilates and so on and so forth, but you gotta lift weights. And the reason I want you to lift weights is because the thing about strength training is just resistance on your body. Now, when you go into different classes, it could be Zumba, Pilates, yoga, hot works, so I'm just trying to name stuff off the top of my head, but it could be things that use a lot of body weight, right? Even a lot of y'all walk your dogs. And that's great, but after a while, your body gets used to that and it needs a new challenge, because new challenges are what's gonna change your actual body's composition. Lifting weights is the easiest one to do because you can easily put more weight on the bars or the machines or the dumbbells when you're working out. So prioritize strength training, because that's gonna break down the muscle in the gym. And get into my next point, even with higher protein, that's gonna build you back up so you have more lean muscle. And no, just because you're breaking down muscle and lifting weights does not mean you're going to be big and bulky and look like a man. Don't worry about the ladies. It takes a lot more things and years and years and years of intensely working like 5, 6, 7 times a week. Most women I work with don't even go that hard to have to do that. I'm not saying they don't go hard, but they don't do that capacity of lifting and working out and dedication to even worry about looking like that. So you don't have to worry about that happening to you. You're not going to turn to, you're not going to go from what Brittany to Brad. Okay. Relax. Now, the second thing is eating higher protein. Now, when you're eating higher protein, what this is going to do is going to help you build more muscle. Simply put, protein is the building block of muscle. You can take all these tips that I'm giving you right now and not make any mistakes. But if you forget to eat more protein, then it's not going to work for you. Now, how do you get more protein in is the key that's actually going to help you out. Because a lot of people will tell you, oh, eat more protein, girl. And that don't help you out. Like, how do you do it? So this is what I want you to do. If you are skipping breakfast like you did this morning, then we need to start a little bit smaller. We got to build a solid foundation first. Let's get to where we're eating more consistently. We have to treat our body consistently well so we can consistently see the results that we want to see out of ourselves, okay? So start with just 3 times per day eating meals. Whether you're working out or not, just eat something 3 times a day. Don't worry about the calories. Don't worry about the macros, portions. Now, if you do want a meal plan, I do have a video on my page called Building a Fat Loss Meal Plan in 2025. You can click below and you can check that out. But you want to have a strong foundation. Now that you have that foundation, on the days that you work out, I now want you to just incorporate a little snack. This could be pre-workout, it could be post-workout, but I want you to get just slowly used to eating more. Let's get to a 3 to 4 times per day that we're eating, and we do that every single week after week. Once you got that for about, I would say 2 to 4 weeks, then you should be good to go to the next step, which is now let's just count the protein. Don't worry about the fats. Don't worry about the carbs. Just start eating more protein. You literally have to practice that because this has to become a habit in order for us to get better. And now that your high protein is a habit, now we can start to get more nitty gritty with it. Try to get between like a 0.7 to 1 gram per pound of body weight range of your protein intake. So if you're like 190 pounds and let's say you start on the lower end of 0.7, then that's going to bring you around maybe 140, 150 grams or so. I'm just doing math off the top of my head, y'all, but that's about how much protein you would get in. And even if that's too much, let's just go for twice as much as you're eating right now. So you might be getting 50 grams of protein in right now. Let's go for 100. Okay, that's a really good baseline to start with, and we can start to slowly build up to there until we get to the point where we're like 1 gram per pound of body weight. Now, the third thing is just be consistent. And I know people say this all the time. Oh, mindset consistent. Like, no, like literally be consistent, because I like to give obvious tips. And realistically, if you really think about it, let's say you have this ideal body goal. Now, aside from just laying on the table, y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't play. Aside from just laying on the table, let's say you have a body goal and you think, okay, what does it take for me to become that ideal woman that I want to see out of myself? I'm putting the clothes on, like I'm brimming with confidence, more confidence than I have already right now. People are noticing, my friends are noticing, my family noticing it, my significant other notices it. Like, what is that woman doing? She probably works out. She probably didn't skip breakfast this morning like you did. She's probably getting her high protein in. She's probably eating her meals consistently, right? Think about those things. Now, if you just stop being consistent, then hey, you already know you're not going to get to the goal. Like you're surefire not going to make it happen. So be consistent, but also like just be patient. That's all you gotta do, honestly. Take these tips, be consistent, and be patient. Now, I thought about giving y'all this tip. This is a little bit of a bonus tip, but just stick with me here. All right. Now, if you are not privy to like counting calories and macros, come back when you are, and this tip will make more sense to you. But calorie cycling. And I'm gonna give you two little breakdowns of it, one kind of advanced and one super simple. Calorie cycling is pretty much where on the days that you work out and you're like super active, we just eat more food on those days, more meals. And the days that you're not as active, not working out, lifting weights and doing the cardio and stuff, we just eat a little bit less. So this means like on your days you work out and lift, just make those like your super on point healthy days. Hyper, you're meeting your protein goal, you're getting 1 gram per pound of body weight, you're getting the healthy carbs in, you're not eating past like 7, 8 or 2, 3 hours within your bedtime, like you're being really disciplined. Now, the days you don't work out, just dial back a little bit. Eat one less meal, all right? Don't worry about like super high protein. Just get enough protein, at least 100 grams or so in. But when you're doing that, instead of being like in a surplus every day, what this pretty much does is you're varying your calories in such a way that it's like high-ish on one day, but you're just getting more fuel for your workout. Now, on the days you don't work out, you have less calories also, but you're still burning calories from the workout. It's an afterburn effect. You're still burning calories from the workout as you had the day prior, heck, sometimes even 2 days prior. And let's say you even decide to walk around and you're on lower calories, you're gonna start seeing that scale go down. And so calorie cycling is another little hack you can do to help you consistently see that scale go down. There's still gonna be times where it goes up. So like if you have a day that you work out, like leg day, and you eat like a lot of carbs to fuel that leg day, you might see the weight spike back up, but that's just waters being attracted to the carb. We'll get to that in another video. But you're gonna see more of that progress, and this can also help you really psychologically stick to it. I've seen a lot of my clients in the past that, you know, their weight will literally go like this and then drop, and it goes like this and it drops. And that's completely normal. However, you want to see results in consistent fat loss go on. Calorie cycling might be a thing that you can utilize. So that's everything you need to know about body recomp. Use these basics, use this as a foundation. And if you want my help with stuff like this, I actually created an entire free body recomp plan for you. This includes the workouts, whether you're at home, whether you're at the gym, you can have access to that, video demonstrations, and free meal plans and how to build a meal plan too. It's all there. All you gotta do is go to the link below in this video, click that, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave this video. Share this with a friend. I'll see you on the next video. Peace out.